Hi everyone. It's time to let the babies play. It's almost 1:30 and they've been in their playpens all morning. And they've been quiet and they've been so good. If any of you watched our videos yesterday, you know I was complaining because my little blue babies had been overfed. My husband, I don't know what happened, but he overfed them, and they had the pudgy little pot bellies, and they were sleepy and lethargic and not being very active. And so I let them go the whole day without another feeding. They got fed. He overfed them around 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and they were pretty miserable because of their bellies being too full. And I fed them for the second time yesterday around 7:30 last night. And today they are really doing wonderful. They cried in the middle of the night wanting something to eat, but it was only because my husband has been, when he hears them crying, he gets up and he gives them just a little bit of food. And if they cry again later, he gets up and gives them a little bit more food. And so we had a discussion about that yesterday. You cannot do that with babies. You just cannot do that. If they don't know to stop eating, as long as there's food there, they'll keep eating it until they get a little older. But so they were just miserable yesterday. But this morning, they're doing good. They all have a normal belly on them, except for Amos. He still looks like he's got a little bit of a belly, but it's not from overeating. It's just the way his shape is right now. So today, though, Delilah's babies got their vaccine. It's their first puppy shot. They will need another one in 3 to 4 weeks. They also got their first heartworm medicine treatment today. They're 7 weeks old today, and I use Advantage Multi, which also takes care of all parasites, ticks and fleas, heartworms, and all the other worms that dogs and puppies get. So they got that. That's a topical treatment we put on the back of the neck. And I weighed them all. I think I have my weight sheet over here. I may have put it away. I think I did. But they all weigh pretty good. Shelly weighs the smallest. Gabe has bypassed her. Shelly weighs, she's just under 3 pounds. Everybody else is just over 3 pounds. And but they are all doing really good today. Their energy is a nice level. Their orneriness is just like it's supposed to be for baby Bostons. Walter has just been a little sweetheart ever since his mamas, all of the mamas, were working on him the other day. He has been a little lovey-dovey. He's lost a little bit of that sassy attitude. I don't know what else to call it except attitude. He was coming out like he was the top dog, and he was just gonna boss everybody around, and he would bite you if you didn't do what he wanted. But look at him playing so gentle there, and he doesn't try to bite me as much. He's still, he's still a puppy, and he's still gonna nip and stuff, especially when he gets excited. But right now, when I pick him up, he just wants kisses. He is just a sweetheart. Yesterday, Maggie was the one who had the attitude. And she was sassing her mama and all the other mamas. Chloe was even trying to correct Maggie. And then Maggie got to where she'd run over and just act like she's going to jump all over her mama, Sheba. And then Maggie would run and hide under the table. And Sheba, I'll tell you, all my mamas have really good natures with the babies, even if it's not their babies. But I do think Sheba's is the best. She is the most tolerant. Delilah growls and nips them on the lips if they don't be good. She's just a little more get their attention. Sheba will lay there and take their bad behavior a long time before she tries to get them. But she did yesterday with Maggie. Maggie just kept on, and Maggie was, if she'd been bigger, she would have been dangerous. She had more of a vicious behavior than, it wasn't playful at all. She was trying to be the boss of her mama. And Sheba was just tolerating it until finally I watched Sheba. She reached over with her paw and she pushed Maggie down just like that and held her there. I thought that was pretty good. And there's my little sweetheart, Reba, a little captivating beauty. She's not happy this morning. She's having to wear fancy pants. I told y'all yesterday I kind of thought she looked like she might be coming into heat, and today there are definite signs. So she's got a skirt on and she can't go outside and play with Benny or Simon. She's going to be a year old in 2 months. And she'd probably be all right to breed, but I don't want to breed her until she's a year old. So she'll be a year old in August, and according to my breeding program, she should be in heat again in August. Even though this is June, she actually had a heat in May. So I think that's why it's predicting August, because this is all continued. It's like a split heat, May and then stop and then start again in June. So, and if that's the case, if it's carrying from May, she would be due to be in heat in August. So my program says August. But we will wait and see. I hope it is August, because that is when she's a year old, and I really want to breed her and Simon. I want some gorgeous black and white babies. And then we'll see with Reba, but hopefully she comes in heat in August. And then right behind that should be Sheba and Chloe. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and retire Delilah. I'm going to go ahead and make arrangements to have her spayed before too long. Goodness. She's not due to come in heat until next year, but if she happens to, Mosa, it's your turn. Oh, Maggie, you don't want to do that to Delilah. Delilah will get you. And she's getting these other ones too. She can take on 2 or 3 of them at one time. Not you, Walter. No, you're a good boy. I'm being good. He is being good. And they're all being good, but boy, do they go through the little attitude phases. They just think they can take on these big dogs. They don't know how little they are. There's that Miss Shelley. Look how little you are. You're a little girl. So I think she's going to be a little bit petite. Which their dad is only 14 pounds. Lovely and Amos are the 2 biggest puppies in this litter. And they're not big. They both just weighed right a little they're in a little over 3 pounds. Is that right? Yeah, a little over 3 pounds. And then everyone else was less. Oh. Hey, who's in the no-no zone? Oh, you better get out of there. I will get you, little girl. Oh, little boy, you get out of there, Barry. You don't get in the no-no zone. But anyway, they're all doing really well. They're just having a blast getting out to play. They ate around 5 this morning, so I was trying to let them get out and play. Delilah, don't do it. No, no, no. I wanted them to come out and play because I need to feed them, and then I have a crochet class to go teach. So I want to feed them before I get back. I'll be gone a couple of hours, and I didn't want them to wait that long. But they're just playful, being so good. I just love watching them grow. I can't believe Delilah's babies are 7 weeks old today. That makes Maggie would be 9 weeks old today. And then Rosie would be 9 weeks old tomorrow. So Walter will be 9 weeks old tomorrow. And Walter will be going to his new family tomorrow. I get to meet up with Miss Susie. She lives real close to Russellville, and that's where we're going to meet Walter's family. So Miss Susie and I will get off and have some lunch after that. It'd be nice to see her and get to visit with her. Oh, they just love to play, and my mamas just love to play with them. Reba, not so much. I had to get after her a little bit because she was being snippy with them. I guess they were biting her, and she didn't like it. But we don't get snippy no matter what. We just don't do that with babies. No. If anybody's going to get snippy with them, it'll be me or Mama D. Reba and the boys played rough. That's about 2 weeks old. I put medicine on it and scrubbed it, but it's still signs where they got rough and played rough. Benny has one, only smaller on his neck cheek too. You guys, you're going to eat the couch? You're going to eat it, Mags? I'll probably put Delilah's babies back in the big playpen for the rest of the day. We decided to go ahead and let them sleep in their regular playpen in the kitchen last night. But they enjoyed being in the big playpen too, so that keeps them front and center here in the living room. And Jeff is going to be puppy sitting while I'm gone so he can have them all in one spot. Yeah, huh, Mr. Barry? You're a gorgeous baby. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Who is that, Miss Shelley? Maggie and Rosie playing so good together. They've had their little snarly matches too, trying to figure out which one's going to be the boss. They haven't realized neither one of them get to be the boss. No, there's Mama Delilah, Mama Sheba, there's me, there's Mama Chloe. They don't get to be the boss, and Reba don't get to be a boss either. And well, she does. She gets to go outside and be the boss of the boys. I'm excited because yeah, I announced yesterday or day before, Benny is going to go to another breeder and be the stud for her pack. She has two females, and he'll be the only stud. And Simon is staying here to be our stud, especially for Miss Reba. And then after all the babies leave, I'm flying out to Colorado to pick up an 8-week-old baby blue and white boy who will be a second stud for me when he grows up. So for our breeding plans, hey, get out of there. Don't go over there. Mr. Gabe, I see you. Out, out, out. Scoot. For our breeding plans, I need to get a hold of Thor's mama and try to get him on the schedule. He's a very popular little stud boy. But we would like to use him again this time with Miss Sheba with Sheba for sure. I might let Simon breed with Chloe, but I'm not sure on that. I think it would be better if I used Thor so we could have some color puppies, because Simon doesn't carry any color. Reba carries dilute, but with Simon they will only produce the black and whites. And when we get our own little dilute stud, we could breed him with Reba next year and probably have black and whites and blue and whites, which would be a nice litter. And possibly even some black mask, because both the little boy I'm getting and Reba carry the black mask. So it'll be interesting. I am a little sad I didn't get to get a litter from Benny, but it worked out so much better because the lady who was wanting a good stud for her program, he's going to work a lot better for her program than he does for mine. I don't necessarily want to breed for cream colored puppies. And we do love the fawns and the dilutes and the black and whites. That's what our program is kind of geared towards. All of our mamas carry those colors, so we need studs that carry those colors. Hey, get out of there. Hey, we need at least one stud that carries those colors, and the little boy I'm getting from Colorado, he carries all of it. I especially wanted to breed him with Rosie because he carries all of her colors too. And I already got her panel back. She carries everything except cream, which is fine. Again, we don't really care about the cream. And Maggie, I haven't done her DNA panel yet. I wasn't real sure I was going to keep her, so I did not keep her her dew claws to send in for DNA testing. So now I need to wait till she gets a little older and I can do a cheek swab and send it in. But I know her mom and daddy's color panels, so I pretty much know. And she's the black mass fawn. That's kind of like Sheba. I never did a color panel on Sheba because I knew I wanted to breed her to black mass fawn, and that's what I would get. So I may not have to do one on Miss Maggie. I know both her parents' DNA panels are clear. They don't carry any of the Boston Terrier defects. So it's kind of expensive to do those panels. It is worth it. I do support it. I do have them on all my dogs, my breeding dogs. But I have Sheba's DNA. I just didn't do the color on it. And that's mainly just so I can show people who are interested in our puppies, if they want to see that I actually do the testing. I have their test in the files. But when I buy my puppies for myself, I buy from reputable breeders who have tested the parents. And that right there tells you the puppies are clear. If the parents are clear from any defects, then your puppies are clear. And it's not necessary to test the puppies except unless you're a breeder. And then you would want it on file so you can show. Reba, you get down. You would want to show that you tested your dogs and you didn't just have the word of the grandparents. So I don't want to buy a dog just because the grandparents' DNA was clear. I want to buy one because the parents' DNA was clear. So most breeders will keep their test results on file for each of their own dogs. So anyway, I'm just going to let them play a few more minutes. Oh, Maggie, don't do that to Walter. Maggie, stop that. Hey, how about if I get your ear? Huh? How about that? You let Walter alone. Walter, you don't have... You got my ankle. Maggie, stop. Now, Maggie, I will get you. She's being a little pill. Yes, you are. Mama Sheba, correct your child. Correct that girl. Make her be good. Oh, I can't wait to watch Maggie grow up. She has got a unique individual personality, so much like Sheba's. Sheba was 4 months old when I got her, so I didn't really get to see her at this age. But she was almost as big as she is now by the time I actually got possession of her. And I'm so glad that I did. I kind of like got her. I wasn't looking for her, and I went to the breeder's house I was doing business with at that time, and she kind of put Reba in my arms and said, "Here, you need her." And she was so stinking cute. I didn't have the heart to say, "No, I really don't." So I brought her home, and I'm so glad I did. She's a one-of-a-kind personality. Maggie's going to be a one-of-a-kind person. I guess they all are, but her personality really clicks well with me. Delilah's a one-of-a-kind personality, aren't you, Mama? We're just going to go ahead and retire Delilah and keep her. She's going to be my little house mama. She's just so good as a pack leader. And then somewhere down the line, I may or may not get another blue and white girl. I will have a blue and white boy, and I know we will have blue and white puppies available, but I don't know. I don't want to overload myself, so it will have to wait till the next round of when we might do more retiring, which would be a couple of years down the road. I'm going to retire Candy and rehome her, and that just leaves Reba and Chloe, and then we will have Maggie and Rosie. Sheba will retire after this next litter, or at least that's the plan today. We will see. I tell you, my plans do kind of change every day sometimes. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here. Y'all have a blessed day. And Walter, tell your mom and dad, say, we'll see you tomorrow, folks. Say, we'll see you tomorrow, folks. I'm a-coming. I'm a-coming. Look how sweet he is. Yes, you little sweetheart. Still chewing, but not in a hurtful way. Anyway.